So there it is, official confirmation from LEGO themselves in response to a user on Twitter regarding the release date. They have stated in 2021, Patience will reveal the date soon. Keep an eye on our Twitter account. So I'm guessing this is going to be revealed on the LEGO Twitter account and not the LEGO Star Wars one, the inactive one. But there it is, pretty exciting. The news we got today, or I say lack of news, not as exciting, so we're still guessing, but let's get right into it. So yet again, another huge opportunity for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga news has not been taken, and obviously if you watched my video over the weekend you will know that I made a bold prediction for this week. And it was nothing more than a prediction, and I'm pretty glad by the response actually that video got, because I was expecting a lot of people to get their hopes up in the comments, but we were being a bit more reasonable and saying I hope, but we knew nothing was confirmed for this week, and it's kind of a big punch in the teeth, honestly. That's what it feels like. Again, a big opportunity's been missed. Like if you enjoy, everyone, subscribe if you're new. Let's get into talking about this. So I'll just give you a really quick recap. This time 5 years ago, in the first week of February of 2016, LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens received its first trailer and its release date. And with another big announcement this week that the Bits and Bricks podcast, the weekly LEGO gaming podcast that releases every Wednesday, an episode about the future of LEGO games and the past, but we're focusing on the future part more so, had been delayed 2 weeks to today, the 3rd of February. And I obviously predicted that we could get some news just before this podcast comes out, because I didn't think they were going to actually reveal anything on the game for the first time, at least on the actual podcast. I thought they'd be discussing news that would have been released a few days beforehand. So my prediction was we would get LEGO news on the Monday or the Tuesday, and then today, with the Wednesday, the podcast would be uploaded and they'd be able to talk a bit about it. This coinciding with the way 5 years ago LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens obviously got its trailer and release date. It suited up pretty well, and while I didn't confirm anything, you guys know that, there was a chance. I honestly believe there was a chance, and that chance has not been taken. This would have been a prime opportunity. You could argue these episodes of the podcast, we don't know how long ago they were filmed. They could have been filmed months ago, they could have been filmed last week for all that we know. But even then, I was expecting a little more. Now, there was around 6 minutes of the podcast dedicated to the Skywalker Saga, and I'm going to leave a link to the podcast in the description in case any of you guys actually want to give it a listen. I wouldn't bother, personally. Nothing against the podcast itself. It's not their fault on the podcast, nothing like that. I just wouldn't bother because it's nothing new. We've heard it all before. Vague points like there was no LEGO game last year. The Skywalker Saga releases this year. It's the biggest LEGO game of all time. They've had more time to think about it and work on it with the delay, all that stuff. There was nothing new, and a good portion of those 6 minutes, they even went off topic of the Skywalker Saga. It was still under the Skywalker Saga section, but they went completely off topic, which was quite annoying. Once again, it's not the podcast's fault. This was a bold prediction by myself, but where does this leave us now? Because it's a big opportunity missed, and I won't lie to you, I'm a bit worried about where this leaves us for news. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be all dramatic and say the game's delayed twice, because I've been strongly against the idea, and I still think that is just not even unlikely. It's impossible. The game wouldn't be delayed twice. When they released that trailer, the gameplay trailer last summer, they could have put at the end of it 2021 and no specific time period. They put spring 2021 for a reason. The spring 2021 release date was even more specific than the original release date of just 2020, because 2020 means it could have released anywhere. 2021 in spring means it has to be spring, and we know it's going to be in Q2 between April and June. So no, I don't think the game is delayed again. I don't think it's cancelled, any of that rubbish. That's complete and utter rubbish. The reason I'm worried is just because, obviously, another video I made last week talking about there's still no community manager. The job posting is still up on the TT Games Careers website. When you start adding this stuff together, when this game finally gets its promotion, it's going to feel very rushed in my opinion, and for the biggest LEGO game of all time, I don't think it's going to do the actual game justice. Now the content creators like myself and however many others there are out there are going to do the game justice with the content, I have no doubt of that. Like, this game is going to probably be very, very popular online, and I get it, it's not classified as your AAA game, I'm always reminding you guys of that, and it's not exactly going to get the same promotion maybe Battlefront 2 got when that came out, or Jedi Fallen Order relating to other Star Wars games, but you'd expect a little more. I feel now, especially with this week, which I believed in my head was a clear opportunity, and I know I'm not the only one to have predicted this outcome as well with the details we kind of had, but I believe this is really going to make the promotion feel a bit rushed. It's all going to be crammed into one when it finally does arrive, and it's not going to be what it could be, especially with a community manager right now giving us hints, clarifying rumours like this, and our minds can definitely wonder. This prediction I made, and like I said, I'm not trying to claim this prediction either because I've seen it in a few places way before I covered it. You could have had a community manager that could have come out and completely put that one to bed, but we don't have that right now. Everything is up in the air. The news videos I made last week, there were news in there, there were new details, but I really had to go digging for that news. That shouldn't be the case. The social media accounts are still silent. Like, this is taking promotion of a game to a whole new level. I don't like how this game is being treated, honestly, in terms of promotion. And I want to make it clear again, this does not worry me for if the game will release this year on time. It will, of course it will. But you're lying to yourself if you don't think this promotion is an absolute catastrophe so far. And I pray that they turn this around, maybe immediately, as early as next week, the week after, I don't know when, but I pray they turn this around immediately and make me look like an idiot, because I really, really, really want some news. And this week again wasn't to be, which is unfortunate. So I own up that I got this prediction wrong. It was nothing more than a prediction, but I got it wrong this time, and I'm hoping eventually we're going to get something right, or we're not going to need to predict any longer because we have the news we require, which is really, at this point, I would say, do we need another trailer? Look, I'd take one, but I don't think it's essential, even though I think there will be one. I think we need a release date, I think we need a demo, and that's it. That's really it. Honestly, I don't think we really need much more. Leave the rest to the content creators. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you enjoyed. And let's hope for something soon.